This Monday morning, by the way, is brought to you by Birch Gold. And if you want information about diversifying into precious metals, gold, of course, being one of them, you should text the word chicks to 989898 and get yourself a free information kit. You should do that right now.
You should do it.
My name today is Rana McDaniel because, you guys, Rana won again. By a lot. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't get it.
A lot.
I don't get it. Listen, in my neck of the woods, like in local politics, people, there were like little emails flying around, just I could see things flying around. And she was not the one that people wanted. So I don't understand it. Establishment.
If Twitter voted, she would have never made it. Because everybody on Twitter is so mad. They're just like, what? Republican, we just don't learn. Republicans never learn. Ever.
No.
This is the problem. We don't learn. If you are a person who has ever given money to the RNC, stop it. Do not send money to this organization.
Right.
Promote your candidates. Help your candidates. Support your candidates. But do not send money to the RNC. They are
because Rana's throwing swank parties. She's going to like spas and crap with your money. That's what she's doing. Hope you enjoy your vacation, Rana.
Just so ridiculous. And so, I mean, she won by a lot. Like, I forget the exact number, 111, I think, votes she got compared to Harmeet in at 50, 51, something like that. And then Mike Lindell got 4 and Lee Zeldin got one vote out of the 168. So, I mean, she won by a lot. It wasn't even close. Like, I was thinking, okay, well, she might win and maybe it'll be close. No, it wasn't even close. Wasn't even close at all.
Not okay. None of this is okay.
None of it.
Not okay. No.
None of it is okay. Also, YouTube took down the Project Veritas Pfizer video. Guys.
Yeah. Are you surprised? Are you surprised by this?
I'm a little surprised only because they took it down based on COVID misinformation or whatever, which I don't, how do you say something is misinformation when it is coming directly from a person at Pfizer? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not like Project Veritas was promoting the information. They're just saying, look at what a Pfizer dude is saying out loud. Yeah. You know, I don't know how that's misinformation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people know at this point what's happening. You can see it on places like Rumble though, right? Can't you find it on other places? You can still find it on,
Yeah, for sure. And I even think, I think Facebook is allowing, I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about the Facebook allowing it thing. But I do think Facebook is allowing it. And for sure, Twitter is, obviously. They've had so many spaces, really interesting Twitter listening spaces about it, that some of the Project Veritas people have been on to talk about their methods and all of their investigative journalism stuff. It's really interesting. That's a good group of people. I don't know if you've ever listened to they have so much integrity. They always get accused of like these tactics, these like shady tactics. They do nothing that is not by the book. Like they only do these recordings in states where it's allowed to record. You know, they know exactly how to stay above the fray and how to do all the things. So,
and the way that they have conversations, I like it too. It's just very, I think integrity is the right word. Just the way that they speak to one another and everything. I like it. It's just a nice way to have a conversation. Everybody's not like screaming at one another, and it's just I like it. It's a good forum.
Yeah, it is. It's really, really good. If you ever get a chance to listen, thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Get a chance to listen to a Twitter space. They're fantastic. And you can do them and you can like do laundry at the same time, right? Like you put in your little headphones, walk around the house, get all your errands done, do all your things, and you can listen in on these conversations. And it's really, 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 really good. Yep. So if you still haven't joined Twitter, you should, because there's good stuff happening.
Yeah, I used to hate it. It was like the 13th circle of hell. And now I don't hate it as much. It's really weird.
It's so much better. There are some glitches happening again. Like I feel like our account is not getting the engagement that it was. And Elon has even said there's a lot of stuff that's like baked in so deeply that they're trying to unravel. But it's like they push a button and then it causes a whole big bunch of other problems. So they're very, very carefully trying to unravel some of the baked in censorship that was happening, but it's a process. And so I'm trying to be patient. But yeah, it is a process.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. Wanted to remind everybody quickly about our friends at Nutrisystem, especially the ladies.
Hey,
If you
ladies.
are a lady, especially 55 or older, there is a program at Nutrisystem just for you. If you're interested in embarking on a weight loss journey, you can do that. Oh shoot, I messed up. I have to fix this because it really
What? What did
is
you do?
Nutrisystem.com/
Is it chicks?
let me fix
That's
it
what it
because
should be,
I have
chicks.
it in the wrong place. Let me fix that. Yes.
Chicks.
Nutrisystem.com/chicks for the complete 55 plan. This is the plan that includes the hearty inspiration meals, which are humongous, keep you feeling full for like 5 hours after you eat them. Plus, everything comes to you already ready to go. You're not buying ingredients that you're only going to use a tiny bit of and wasting your money, especially with groceries costing what they cost right now. So if you fit those criteria, think about going to Nutrisystem.com/chicks and checking out all of the plans at Nutrisystem.com/chicks. Okay, we have to get into the whole Tyree Nichols discussion.
She doesn't wanna.
I don't wanna. I
She
don't
doesn't
wanna.
wanna. Mhm.
It is heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So obviously it was what, Friday night when the
Yep.
body cam footage was all released,
Mhm.
and it was horrific. There's no getting around how horrific it was. There's no pussyfooting around how absolutely egregious the behavior of these 5 cops was. There's just no, they were horrific. They murdered him, and there's no other, you can't, there's no way else to say it. They murdered him.
Yeah.
And there's still so many questions, right? Like, what even prompted the traffic stop in the first place? Nobody knows, because we're missing that context. They say reckless driving. There's no evidence of that. So,
And I, my thing is like, why, if you have these body cams on, why would you do this?
yeah.
Like, I'm watching this and I'm thinking, they know this is gonna get played. People are gonna see this. Why are you doing this? I don't understand. That kept going through my mind. And then on top of that, when he starts calling for his mother, like, that was the point where I was just like, oh my, like, I just lost it.
That was awful.
And
or even at the beginning when he's like, "What did I do? What did I do?"
Right.
I can't.
And like the part where he starts calling for his mom, like, we're hearing all this crap, and we're gonna get to that about race. Like, that you cannot talk about race to me when it comes to this, because all that just transcends race. Because when he called for his mom, I was his mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm like, I'm transparent. I'm so white. You can see my kidneys.
You are a person of power.
Right. So this is the thing. Like, I'm watching that and I'm just like, oh my God, it was excruciating as a mother to hear him say that. Like, it was awful. I had to stop watching it. I was watching Jesse Waters, and it was all trickling out at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It was all, I mean, I just was like, it was awful, just so awful. So now
go ahead.
You start hearing all these people start talking about race, and this is white supremacy. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like,
yeah. I mean, there's and I'll show you a couple examples of that, because that, of course, is the conversation. People have decided that this isn't just because those 5 cops that murdered Tyree were black, and just because the police chief was black, and just because the mayor is Democrat and black, and the whole city council is black, and everybody is black in the whole freaking town. It doesn't matter. None of that matters, because it's baked in systemic racism. And to give you guys a lesson, all of us a lesson on why, I'll let this chick say what she's gonna say.
I saw the video of the police.
Oh my God.
The police beating Tyree Nichols to death, and there are no words left to be said that haven't been said. There's nothing new you can say when something happens every day in a country. But I do hope this opens a conversation to people understanding what systemic racism is and why we say this is not something that can be reformed. Putting black police officers, putting Latino police officers, putting people who look like the people that they beat and brutalize within a system that teaches them to beat and brutalize other people like themselves will not solve the problem. The institution is racist. That's what systemic racism means. Don't use the fact that these are 5 black cops as an opportunity to take out the racism of it all. No, this is something about policing in this country, is that brutality and violence is inherently part of the job, and it doesn't matter who it is they have inflicted on marginalized people. And no, it is not lost upon me the quickness with which they were willing to reprimand, charge, and fire these black police officers that killed a black man. It's not lost upon me the reason why they came out and did all these condemnations of this is the worst violence we'll ever see before the video was released, because they are willing to paint black police officers as brutal. However, I have no interest in defending them.
I cannot.
Okay? They don't care about the racism of it all when they're in an institution that is teaching them to brutalize black people. They don't care about the unfairness of that when they are brutalized on the street. I am not going to go out of my way to defend black cops by pointing out that the institution that they support is racist towards them, that it doesn't give them the highest amount of favor when it goes about protecting them from responsibility for brutalizing and killing black people. Nah, fuck them.
This will never solve the problem. It's just,
it just makes it worse.
It absolutely makes it worse. Like, just focusing entirely on race. It's never going to solve the problem. And it's awful, because the more that we do this, the more that this is the narrative, the more cops are demonized, and then the standards, because we know for a fact that in 2020, Memphis had to lower their standards for hiring police, because nobody wants that job anymore. Thanks to everything that happened after George Floyd, nobody wants that job. And so now they've had to lower their requirements so that they are even hiring criminals. They are hiring people with criminal records to be cops. And then you wonder why we have bad cops. That's why. Yeah. That is why. Yeah. But I mean, we can't talk about that. No, you can't talk about that. No, because I mean, you're just a racist. You're just a white supremacist. So. And you can't, I mean, God forbid, if you're a white person, you say these things and you talk about this, because you're just a racist. Because this is all systemic. The phrase systemic racism, talk about being baked in. I mean, that's all anybody ever says now. Systemic racism. Oh my God.
Where is the system teaching that? Like that woman just said, cops are taught to brutalize each other. Show me the guidebook. Yeah. Show me the handbook where that's part of their training. Because this doesn't make any sense to me that they keep saying that. I don't get it. There's another woman, because, she's a black woman and she's weighing in there, but there's white, especially women.
Of course.
There's white women who are like, yeah, this is our fault. Like, she actually says these words. Listen to this crazy.
I've got a message today for some white people. If we have white people listening, paying attention, I wouldn't mind if you would do this with me. We rub our chests, we find our heartbeat.
It's hurting. I'm not doing that.
And we say, we did this. We did this.
No. I didn't do that.
White supremacy did this.
No.
I'm talking about Tyree Nichols. The police didn't do this.
Yes, they did.
The Memphis Police Department didn't do this.
Actually, 5 of them
White
did.
supremacy did this.
No, that is wrong.
No, why do all these chicks look the same? Why?
Well, she did not have a nose ring.
That's right. And her hair wasn't blue. Usually it's a hint of blue. I don't seriously, I am not taking responsibility for this. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. I wasn't doing that to this kid. I would never do that to this kid. Don't put this on me. You know
who else wouldn't do it? 98% of cops. That's who wouldn't do it.
Right.
This is a terrible employee issue. This is not a police issue. This is not a racism issue. This is a terrible cop issue. And unfortunately, we're going to see it more and more because the narrative is to bash cops.
Yeah, because
what happens?
And because
find cops.
And just like you say, because the standards keep going down, and because we can't attract good people to that profession anymore because they have ruined it.
I mean,
Exactly.
this is what we get, you know?
Mhm.
I hate to say that, but that is what we get. That is what we get. Oh my God. All right. So there's more to talk about with respect to racism only because it's all anybody talks about anymore. I
Mhm.
wanted to give you just a couple more examples of the crazy. You probably heard, is it San Francisco or somewhere in California? I think it is San Francisco. There's like a whole big bunch of talk about reparations, legit. Like they're going to start handing out quarter
5
of a
million a
million dollars.
person?
Yeah. I
I thought
mean,
it
it's
was
nuts, right?
I thought it was 5 million a person. Yeah, because I actually talked my boy lives right outside of San Francisco, and I was like, can you people identify as certain things now, right? I
Yeah.
mean, perhaps maybe, like, somebody can identify as can you identify as somebody, as a person of color, and then just say, "Hey, I'd like $5 million." I mean, it's not unheard of, right?
Rachel Dolezal should be signing up for this, right?
Right. Why not? I mean, there are a lot of people that could be signing up for this. It's not unheard
Mhm.
of to do this. People identify as cats now. So, I mean, who's to say that people won't do this? Who's to say that somebody won't just say, "Oh, well, I'm a person of color and I want $5 million." Who's to say that people won't do that? So, I mean, it's out of control.
Oh my
This
God.
whole I want $5 million. I'd like $5 million. Whatever the
Well, and
number is, whatever the number they
that's
decide
the
it's gonna
thing.
be.
I
Right.
keep hearing, yeah, I mean, every time I turn around, it's a different number, it's a crazier
Right.
number, but it gets even crazier. There's a guy who's I don't even know who this guy is, but he's one of the people that are speaking on these various hearings to talk about all of the reparations that are due to Black people, and it is so, so crazy. I'm gonna play that for you right after I tell you to remind you to get your Jumpstart trial bag of rough greens. So if you are a dog owner, you guys, if you're a dog owner and you struggle with things like, you know, not so great coats, not so great breath, maybe your dog is not as active as your dog used to be. All the kinds of things that dogs deal with can sometimes be related to the fact that their food that you give them is often just dead food. And rough greens is a powder. It's kind of like field of greens for humans is rough greens is to dogs. So it's this powder form of all kinds of things that they need: vitamins, minerals, probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, all of these things that your dog needs just as much as you do. It's packed into this powder. You just sprinkle it on top of their food. They eat it like it is their job. They love it. And you're going to notice changes in your dog. It is so, so good for them. It helps extend their lives. And who doesn't want that, considering that dogs don't last nearly long enough? And you can get a trial bag of it for free. You just cover shipping. You just go to Rough Chicks, RUFF, roughchicks.com, and you can get your free trial bag of this amazing stuff for your dog. And your dogs are going to love it. And then they're going to love you even harder if that's possible. So you should try it.
Doggos. Dogs.
Doggos. Oh my gosh. All right. You ready to see this reparations, dude?
Yes.
It's crazy. Brace yourselves. Buckle in. Here. What kind of scary ass crazy is that?
That is God, pray for that guy. Like,
What
seriously, is that his job? Is that
nutbag?
what he does for that's what he
I
does
don't know
for
who
a
it is.
living? Like, I'm curious. Like, is that what he spends his days doing? It's just like thinking, how many ways do people owe me things?
Yeah.
Like, and people, like, does he get a paycheck for that? Like, I'm just wondering, like, what? Wow.
And it's all people not taking personal ownership, personal responsibility, personal accountability
right,
for their own actions, for their own
right.
way that they choose to live their lives, for the
Mhm.
outcome of their choices. It's all everybody else's fault all the time. This is the
Right.
progressive way of life, is
Mhm.
to just blame, blame, blame. I'm a victim. And nothing
Yeah.
is my fault. And now I have psychological damage from seeing Beyonce in a blonde wig. This is
Right.
how crazy it's getting.
And then meanwhile, you look at like a Ben Carson who separated conjoined twins, who is like one of the most brilliant people on the planet. And then you're just like, wow, it's just, I don't understand. Like the different thought processes in people's brains. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
The way
And
you choose to the way you choose to live your life and the way you choose to think about the world is just nuts to me. How people are so broken and hurt in their brains. Yeah.
Speaking of broken brains, Let me just show you a really quick clip of Jane Fonda, because not only are we dealing with racism when it comes to what we saw with Tyree Nichols, we're also dealing with it. That is the reason that we have climate change, is because of racism. Here she is.
Take anything, sexism, racism, misogyny, homophobia, whatever, the war, and if you really get into it and study it and learn about it and the history of it and everything's connected. There'd be no climate crisis if it wasn't for racism.
There'd be no crisis.
Oh, God, this woman, swear, Hanoi Jane. This woman,
what in the world
is crazy. I saw the other day. Is it Dagan? Her name is Dagan.
Yeah,
a chick on Fox. Who's just a total badass. I saw her just go off on Jane Fonda.
Really?
And it was
to her?
No, not to her, about her. And it was just a thing of beauty. She cannot stand her. And she was basically like, go away, like, get out of my face. Don't ever come near me, kind of a thing. Cause she just cannot stand her and what she stands for, because her dad is a veteran and everything. And just who she is as a person, she can't stand. And it was it was awesome to see, because so many people think Jane Fonda is like this great person. And she's just horrific. You know,
she's a lunatic.
She's like the epitome of Nepo baby, you know, and she went off on that, where the only reason that she is who she is because she had a famous father. And Dagan was right. She's right. I mean, she is like loaded, and she is in the position that she's in because she came from the family that she came from. And there are a lot of people like that who have a platform because they came from a family of wealth and privilege, and she's one of those people. And it's like, shut up, you know, just shut up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Brian says wokeness is a mental disorder. It absolutely is. It is like the bane of our existence at this point. One more thing with respect to diversity and racism, and then we'll end that discussion and move on. From the Friday presser with Karine Jean-Pierre, there was a reporter. I don't know who this idiotic woman is that would even ask this question, but there's rumors, of course, that Ron Klain, chief of staff, is going to be stepping aside. And so this reporter actually wants to know, since the beginning of time, every chief of staff to a president has been a white man. Is Biden going to do something about that? Is he going to change that? Because diversity has worked so well for this administration.
Totally. Yeah.
So Karine Jean-Pierre answers the question. Obviously, she has to read it. She was prepared for this. And it's so absurd, this entire conversation. I just had to share it.
The staff news today. That position is one of the more powerful ones in Washington that has never been held by someone who is not white and male. Would the president commit to choosing a chief of staff who is not white and male if Jeff Zients were to leave before the end of the president's term?
Here's what I say. I'll say to this. I'm certainly not going to get ahead of the president. That is not something that I can do from here. But look, and I kind of said it at the top, the Biden-Harris administration is the most diverse in history. That is a fact. And we expect we expect this trend to continue. The cabinet is majority people of color for the first time in history. The cabinet is majority female for the first time in history. The majority of White House senior staff identify as female. 40% of White House senior staff identify as part of racially diverse communities. A record 6 assistants to the president are openly LGBTQ. And also if you think about our 30,000, about 3,000 appointees, 58% female, 51% people of color, 6% disabled, 31% first-generation Americans, 17 first-generation college grads, and 14%, when I say 17% first-generation college grads, I forgot to add that percent, and 14% LGBTQ. And I think that matters. This is a record that the president is truly proud of, and I think not just the president, all of us here who are members of his team.
Yeah, why are they proud of that?
I don't know.
We like labels. We love labels, you guys. We're all about the labels. I mean, we don't care about you actually being able to do the freaking job. We're just all about the labels here, as evidenced by her, who read the answer, because she's completely inept at her job. But man, she's got all sorts of labels. Look at her. This is the thing. This is what they're all about. My God, can't anybody see that? Like, it was so apropos that she was the one who answered that question.
Yeah. And what
Wasn't
they've done now, according to her own numbers that she just spewed out, now they no longer represent what America actually looks like.
Right.
Because if you look at all of those categories broken down by actual percentage of representation in the country, now it's completely topsy-turvy. And why does that make sense? It should be representative of the population. Why? That's how even like regular company, corporate affirmative action programs.
Well, we're not all gay. We're not all gay?
It's actually just a small percentage.
Are you sure? I'm shocked.
I mean, so I don't know why we're doing that.
Listen, because I mean, the TV keeps telling me that we're all LGBTQIXYZ. This is what they're telling me, Mock. What? You're telling me we're not?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Give me a break.
I want to share a clip with you of you, Bernie.
Why do you gotta bring me into this? Why? But why? I haven't done that in a really long time. I'm very rusty.
Well, there's a clip of Biden and Bernie talking about student loan forgiveness.
Yeah. This is going to be a thing of beauty. So he's like, bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. And
I
it's
love
Bernie.
the way they do it because they act like Bernie's going to be this huge surprise.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Joe's like,
And
I brought a friend
like
of mine to talk about
it's
this.
Like, here's the old socialist dude. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Did you want to remind people about
insiders and locals?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I can do that. All right. So you guys, I thought I was going to actually do it before another whole video, but I'll do it right now. So okay, I can do it now.
I'm all out of order. I'm all out of order.
You're totally discombobulated. We have a whole new way of doing things. But listen, you guys need to join Insiders and Locals. If you have not done Insiders and Locals already, you should check out Insiders and Locals. You can do Insiders through how's the way they do Insiders? There's a way on our site.
Yeah, on our main Facebook page, there's a button at the top. I think it says either subscribe or support. I forget what the button says.
And
do it on a desktop.
Desktop. I was going to say it's better to do it on a desktop. So that's for Insiders. Locals is a really great place too. You can say whatever you want to say. You can be very free there.
Say what you want to say. Just let the words fall out. Yeah, you can. Honestly. I want to see you be brave, you guys.
Not my kind of music, but okay. But yeah, you should definitely join either one or both of those groups because that is where all the people are. And when we get kicked off of Facebook, Locals is going to be the place where everybody kind of transfers to. So
you want to be where the people are. You keep setting me up to sing, man. You just keep setting me up.
She's just like my mother, you guys. My mother does the same stuff. It's out of control.
She does? Does Alice do that? Oh my God, I love her.
So did my Uncle John. God rest his soul. He did the same thing. They used to do it together. Yes, they would. Every time I would say something, they would sing it. This is what they would do. I swear. So corny. Anyways, you guys, so join one of those groups if you get a chance.
God, I love that.
That's where your people are. And I bet you there are people who sing there, just like that. Anyways.
All right. So now I'm going to show you this ridiculous, but this is about student loan forgiveness. They're still pushing this, even though like they've been sued a million times over it because they can't just decide arbitrarily they're going to cancel debt. Like that's not how functioning economies work. But they're going to keep trying. And here's Joe with his special friend talking about it.
Right now, over 40 million Americans eligible for debt relief are being denied that immediate relief today. Why? Because Republican officials and special interests hit us with lawsuits to block. Folks, I know you're frustrated. I am as well.
Oh.
And I am too. For millions of working and middle-class Americans who are under the burden of crushing loan debt, student debt relief would be life-changing. And guess what? Because of these Republican officials, not even one of the over 80,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt relief or were eligible for automatic loan forgiveness have been able to get a dime of that relief.
Fact is that
anyway, it goes on.
So old. They are so. It is not an SNL skit. It should be. That is so awful. The people in Delaware. They're in Delaware. Joey's like, that map is racist. It is racist. It is.
It is. And by the way, the student loan debt didn't get out of control until Obama and Biden freaking federalized student loans. So if you want to just rewind a little bit and look at what you guys have done to this, it's their fault. God, it just makes me so
look
mad.
like a whore in your shorts. Okay, just shut up, you whore. I don't know how many
It is
times I have
their
to tell.
fault.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you. You are a whore in Vermont. I can't with him. I cannot.
Oh my God.
He is a caricature of a person, you guys. That
He
guy.
really is.
Every
He
time
really
I see
is.
him, I just giggle. I cannot take him seriously. He's not even human. He's not. He's not
So
normal.
silly.
So weird.
Okay, couple more. Oh no, where did my hang on, I have to load one more video that I forgot to load. But first, okay, the whole Pelosi cop body cam, the Paul Pelosi attack, that video also came out over the weekend.
So bizarre.
It is
bizarre.
So weird, you guys.
Two dudes like standing there in their shorts. Can you imagine being a cop? And like two grown men are standing there. They open the door. They're standing there like in their underwear. You're like, okay, this is weird. And then all of a sudden, join. I mean, what do you like? It's just the most bizarre thing. It's
pretty bizarre.
So bizarre. Everything is so bizarre about that whole entire scenario.
The fact that Paul is holding a drink is probably the weirdest thing. The other thing is that I don't know if you guys saw how the door opens, but like if you watch that part, the door just opens.
Right.
Like nobody actually opens it that you can see. It's super weird.
Yeah.
So there's that weirdness.
I love Florence goes, just another day in San Francisco.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it's very, very strange. Now, clearly the guy is a lunatic. There's no question about it. And clearly he attacked Paul Pelosi out of nowhere with the hammer and it was insane. And now he is actually calling he called at least at one radio station to talk about the attack after the video came out. The guy is insane. He's probably going to get off by reason of insanity because there's no question about how insane he is. He's an absolute lunatic, and he is basically apologizing for not hurting more people. Okay, so I'm going to let you listen to it yourself, and you can hear how crazy the guy's absolutely cuckoo. Listen.
So, what do you want to say? Because as you know, they released the video earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes. What did you want? Thank you for calling me. What did you want to tell me?
Now that you all have seen the body cam footage, I have an important message for everyone in America. You're welcome. Freedom of liberty isn't dying. It's being killed, systematically and deliberately. The people killing it have names and addresses. So I got their names and addresses so I could pay them a little visit and have a heart-to-heart chat about their bad behavior. The tree of liberty needs watering. You need men of valor, patriots willing to put their own lives on the line to stand in opposition to tyranny. I would also like to apologize. I want to apologize to everyone. I messed up. What I did was really bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't get more of them. It's my own fault. No one else is to blame. I should have come better prepared. I spent all my time exposing government corruption online, only to have them silence my freedom of speech as quickly as they could. They circumvented the Constitution and private industry. When the ruling class outsources the repression of your civil rights to private industry, it's called fascism. I have a lot more to say. I have a website of over 300 pages. That's 300 pages of stuff they don't want you to hear. I'm in the process of trying to set up a new site out of the reach of tyrannical global homo fascists and their internet censors.
I don't know how you're going to do that from jail, dude.
I don't know how did he call a radio station?
I don't know
all this stuff.
I don't
this
know.
This is the thing. How does that even happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he hammered Paul Pelosi. Like he like hit his skull. How is that guy calling a radio station? I don't get it.
I don't either. And speaking of people that are just out and able to do things, the 5 cops that brutalized Tyree Nichols, they're out on bond. Yeah, they're all just out in the world.
California, man. Only in California. All this stuff happens in California.
Well, those guys are in Memphis, so they're not in California. But
well, that's right. They're in Memphis. But I mean, like that. But he's in California. That dude is in California. And walking around. Crazy dude. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, but listen, I'm talking about like a government guy. This is like this is Nancy Pelosi's husband. Like, you think that guy should, of all people, listen, I'm not saying that they should get special treatment. But of all people, you think that he would have been like just nailed and in jail. They would have had him put away and he wouldn't have been like, they would have thrown away the lock. You see what I'm saying?
So, I mean, I don't know where he is right now or if he was allowed to call from, I don't know if that was a from prison call or what.
And
the guy is a lunatic.
And Katie, I think it was scripted. I think he was reading something, obviously.
He probably was reading. Yeah,
right.
Some of that was absolutely right. But he clearly believes all of the crazy. And so, the 911 call too, there's like issues with the dispatcher that Paul Pelosi called to get the cops to come. I mean, the fact that he had to say his name multiple times and she acted like she had no idea where the house was, who he was. That's a home that you would think would have some police presence on a routine basis.
Yeah.
So that was always also super, super weird. The whole thing is just super, super weird, you guys.
All of it. And the stuff that he was saying is very, it's the stuff that he's reading, obviously. It's all just so bizarre. All of it is very bizarre.
He's mental. He's mentally ill. For real.
Yeah. And listen, as for the Memphis stuff, that the fact that they're out, what the hell?
This is a very Democrat run city.
Right.
I'm assuming the prosecutor, same deal. Their bond and bail procedures, same deal. I mean, it's ridiculous that they are out. Ridiculous.
It's probably like all tied back to George Soros. DA's probably run by him, where it's like, oh, it's fine, just let him out. I mean, it's insane what's going on in some of these cities. I mean, I don't know that for sure. I'm just saying that that these, if they're run by Democrats, let them out. If they've done terrible things, who cares? This wouldn't have happened, 20, 30 years ago. It just would not have. And that's why it's just a travesty.
Yeah.
I just cannot believe that. I cannot believe that these guys, like, they're walking free. I can't believe that this guy who did this I can't believe that. It's crazy.
that you can just call and like spew that kind of crap on a show.
On a radio show. And she's like, thanks for calling.
Yeah. What did you want to tell me? I'm really interested in hearing everything you need to say.
Super excited that you called. I mean, we had a radio show. I would have been like, I don't know if I'm. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. But no. Trump did some not rallies. I think he's toning down the whole rally thing in favor of more, I'm not going to use the word intimate because that's too small, but like not as big of a rally thing, just more, what's a normal thing called? Like a campaign event.
Like a town hall. It's like campaign. Yeah, like maybe
a little bit smaller.
Right. Okay.
He's doing that. And he was maybe not quite that small, but definitely not the huge, humongous rallies that he was known for before. He did stops in New Hampshire and in South Carolina. He was on his plane and talking. I don't know who the reporter is here that he's talking to, but he's been asked again about DeSantis potentially running against him. And I don't know why, because he even said that he was fine with Nikki Haley getting in. So why it's fine for Nikki Haley to get in, but a complete disloyal move for DeSantis to get in. I don't understand.
Because he's more of a threat.
Yeah, but doesn't he have to own that? Like, how does he? Nobody's asking him to explain the difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean,
but
there is a difference. There's a difference.
I'm sorry, but whenever he talks loyalty, it makes me sick to my stomach. That's tyranny to me. When you start talking about if you don't have personal loyalty to me, then that's not okay. The amount of loyalty that DeSantis owes Trump is gratitude for endorsing him and helping him win the first governor election. The second one, DeSantis won based purely on his own merit, his own results, the fact that he delivered not just for Florida, but for the entire country. That is not because of Trump. That has nothing to do with Trump. All he owes Trump is thank you for helping me out that first time. That is it. He owes, if he wants to run, he's doing it for America. You know what I mean? Like that. This is not about loyalty.
I agree. And at this stage in his life, he should understand that because he was a businessman. And that's, business and politics are very similar. They're both cutthroat, and that's just business is business, man. It's like you're gonna have contacts and you're gonna have conquests in business, and then people are gonna go on, and then they're gonna win more conquests, and they're gonna do their thing, and that there really isn't a lot of loyalty there. That's just the way that it is. They're gonna go and they're gonna win, and he's all about winning, and he should know that because in his career he did that. He probably met people and then he went off, and then he is all about the winning. And he won a lot when he was a businessman, and he won in politics. And so I'm sure he didn't have a lot of loyalty to a lot of people. So, he should understand that.
Well, and it's weird because he says, I would consider it very disloyal. Not that loyalty is the most important thing to me, but it is the most important thing, but it's not the most important thing to other people. Like, he's all over the place when it comes to loyalty. Here is exactly what he said.
Ron would have not been governor if it wasn't for me, and that's okay. Number one, he wouldn't have gotten a nomination. And number two, he wouldn't have beaten his Democrat opponent. So then when I hear he might run, I consider that very disloyal, but it's not about loyalty. But to me it is. It's always about loyalty. But for a lot of people, it's not about loyalty.
Okay, so it is about loyalty to him, not to other people, but it is to him. And I think that's bull. I'm sorry, but that's crazy to say nobody else can run because of loyalty. Screw that. Anybody can run. This is freaking America.
That's right. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I do.
That's just I don't like it when he talks like that. It just absolutely makes me insane.
Because in America, anybody can run. That's just the way. And anybody can go and they can start a business, and anybody can compete with you. And that is just the way that it is. That's America. That's America, man. So he's got to get past that. He really does.
Even if he feels that, like, don't say that out loud. Because you sound like a tyrant. If you're basically saying he owes me his first term, therefore he can never run for any office again against me. No, you don't get to say that. That's just weird.
And then the whole "you owe me" stuff is just that. It's just not how. It's just not right. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So over the weekend, that horrible, weird trans person that was invited to Biden's White House, Dylan Mulvaney. I think we told you in December that he had facial feminization surgery to make him to really reduce the crazy angular jawline, and to also apparently get a way pointier nose. I don't know why that was a thing. But the surgery is complete, and now he is recovered. And so naturally, people paid him lots and lots of money to be involved with a photo shoot announcing his new face. I don't think he looks that different, but you guys decide. What in the world?
Why?
I'm just going to mute it because, why? What is even happening? What is going on with our world?
God,
why is this a thing?
I know. I watched this weekend, and I was like, oh God. I was doing other things, trying to, and this is what we're doing.
He looks the same. Does he not?
I think he looks very much the same to me too. Mm-hmm.
Now he's very happy with this result. And I did see a side by side of the before and after where you can see that they really sawed down the jawline and made it more not quite as angular, I guess. But I mean,
listen,
that was a lot of pain to get to that.
A lot of that is makeup.
Yeah.
A lot of that right there is makeup and lighting.
Oh my God. Why are we doing this? Why is this person Why?
A thing. Why is this person a thing? Because
a gajillionaire now. A gajillionaire.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that happened. So new face for that dude.
This is what's happening in our world.
Mm-hmm. Also, because we keep apparently just humoring people like this and letting them believe, you are totally what you say you are. You just decided one day you're going to be a woman, so therefore you are. That leads us right into your whack.
Oh, yes, my whack. Okay, so we're going to first of all, you guys, before I talk to you about my whack, which is insane, you guys follow us on our website at chicksontheright.com. Make sure you're doing that and you're bookmarking it. Okay, so my whack, I was going to do, of course, I had 15 different whacks I was going to do.
A lot of whack happens on the weekend.
So much whack on the weekend. This is the one I decided on because, oh my God. Okay. So I thought it was an SNL skit. I thought this was a legit skit. I did not know it was real. And then I was like, this is real? This is actually happening? This is like if my husband decided, if he decided one day he wanted to become a figure skater, a female figure skater. And he's like, gets out in an outfit.
I wanted to so bad.
Can you imagine if my husband did that? All bald headed, gets out there in his Carhartts and like decides that he wants to like become this is what's happening. And so Finland decided, okay, the first transgender figure skater should go do the opening for some ceremonial thing, right? And so this individual gets out. And this, listen, it's one thing if somebody can get out, if this individual can get out and actually skate, I would be like, all right, let him do that. You know, it's kind of like if a transgender swimmer can swim and kick all the women's asses, right? Which is what a lot of them do. This individual cannot skate. Okay. Do you have a video?
I do.
My favorite part of this entire thing, which I found it very ironic, that at one point of this debacle, this spectacle that you'll see, is a woman, a biological woman who can actually skate out there, because there's all sorts of skaters around this individual, is the one who has to pick this person up off the ice. So tell me how ironic that is.
So this is a 59-year-old trans farmer. And so this was the opening ceremony of the European Figure Skating Championships in Espoo, Finland. This is that, I mean, that was like a big deal, a big honor, really, that they offered this person. Here it is.
You cannot make this stuff up.
I'm going to mute it just because we can't understand it anyway.
Look at this person.
This is ridiculous.
It's insanity what we're doing. What are we doing? Minna Maria, I can't pronounce the name. Maybe you can, since you are I
can't. I have no idea. And they look miserable. This person looks absolutely miserable.
Falling down, like can't skate. I mean, this individual actually was interviewed and said, I've been skating for 9 years.
Oh my God.
This person's been skating for 9 years.
I would not have picked him up. Like, let him just sit there.
She goes over and she's like, let me help you since I can actually freaking skate.
And he doesn't even thank her.
No. I mean, it's
so stupid.
This is just, and if you don't say this is stunning and brave, then you're You're a transphobic person. You're an awful person.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know why we're doing this. Like, what are we doing?
This is so dumb.
It's insanity, you guys. We're giving into mental illness at this point. Like I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. This is whack.
Everybody needs to stop pretending that was something amazing and stunning and brave.
It's not.
It's ridiculous. And everybody that made that decision to allow that man to get dressed up in female ice skating clothing and go out there and make a spectacle of himself, they are the ones that are crazy. The people that said, yeah, this is a good idea, those are crazy people. Those are crazy people.
Just stop it.
My God. I can't believe this needs to even be said out loud.
Right. I will not comply. This is right. I am not complying. This is just ridiculous.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah. It is time for my pillow talks. I have so many that I don't even know
excited.
How I'm going to choose.
So excited about the talks.
They're brought to you, of course, by mypillow.com/chicks, where you can get such good deals on so many things, but particularly bedding right now. Huge sales when you use code CHICKS at mypillow.com/chicks. Okay, I have another Prince Harry moment from our new favorite Prince Harry impersonator.
Oh my God, I love it.
Love him.
You claim that the royal family is racist. I never said that. Okay, what? The British media would certainly have you believe that through leaks. Okay, so what did you say? I said they were racist-ish. Oh, come on. There's a difference. Harry, what's the difference? Well, one is conscious and one is unconscious. I don't get it. Exactly. But what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. We need to modernize the conversation. Oh, God.
love it. He does his voice so perfectly. He's just
and like the
perfect
looking
at it.
down, like the whole the mannerisms too. They're I mean, it's
He's like,
absolutely perfect.
does the whole like thing. Yeah. So great.
Do you guys want to hear Megyn Kelly go off on this whole trans thing? Because it is a thing of beauty. Oh God, I love her. All right, here she is.
Why is it making my blood boil that Kristen claims to have a gynecologist? I really like it's making my blood boil. And I'm having like a real reaction to it in a way I actually didn't expect.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it through live. And part of it is I just actually went to the gynecologist. Actual women have to go to the gynecologist once a year. When you just delivered a baby, you spend your life in with your gynecologist, your OBGYN. And it's never particularly pleasant to go see the gynecologist. The exam doesn't feel particularly good. The pap smear is very uncomfortable. No one looks forward to that. We actually have things we need to worry about, like ovarian cancer or other kinds of cancers that you can get in the OB field. You have to get a breast exam. You're constantly worrying whether they're going to find a lump and how that could go. There are things that are particular to that exam and that relationship that no fucking man is ever going to have. All right. So that guy doesn't have a gynecologist. That guy has a hole that a surgeon created at best. I'm sorry. It's like infuriating to me because there are things that make women special. And there are things that we've overcome and that we must overcome as women in order to thrive in this life, whether it's the threat of sexual violence or, being attacked as we walk home from college bars to our dorms, or the fears that you have when you go to the gynecologist or when you are pregnant with a baby. All those things, they're baked in. And it's part of what makes women so incredible and strong. And you can't just become one and take all of our things because you did or did not have a surgery or you put on a dress. It doesn't work like that.
I love her.
Yeah, Dylan. Dylan, with your day 21 of being a girl, and look at me prancing around. F you. I'm so sick of this garbage. I'm sick of it. And like getting on the ice and you're so brave. You're not brave. You look like a moron. You look like an actual moron. You're not stunning and brave. Stunning and brave is the stuff that she just said. And then also guys who go over and fight wars. That's actually what's stunning and brave. So I'm so sick of everybody saying that what's stunning and brave is actually not stunning and brave. It's not stunning and brave at all. It's not. Oh my God.
I know.
God,
man, when she gets mad and when she like loses her temper, it's my favorite.
It is because it just like escalates. It's like this.
Right.
It's so great. It's fun to watch.
So great.
Right.
Okay, so now we need something to sort of take away the sting of Megyn Kelly's ire. So we're gonna have a happy baby. Okay, here we go.
Happy babies.
Okay, buddy. You blow the whistle? Yeah, there he is. You want to try?
He's so precious.
Oh my God.
Baby.
Laughing babies are the best. They are the best.
So sweet. Okay, I did not expect this weekend to see a suicidal moose.
Oh no.
But you're about to see a suicidal moose. Daisy and I have some experience with suicidal animals linking themselves at cars.
Right. I don't know what it is. I think it's because they hear us talking and then they just want to like fling themselves at our cars. Yeah. Right.
So here, this happened.
Ikke overraskende mer og mer utsatt. Sosiale kretser. Og mistet enhver form for kontakt.
Why?
He's okay. He's all right, everybody. He's all right.
He's fine. He's
okay.
totally fine.
Right.
Just don't understand why you did that. The guy that does the screaming matches with his brother, the one that like is like, I'm in Starbucks. Do you want anything? What do you want? I've shown him before.
Yes.
He's got a whole new thing. This is a lesson for all of us. It's a religious lesson. Okay. So we're all going to learn something about religion. He does apologize at the end. And I'm apologizing also just for showing it, but I could not help myself. Watch.
I'm about to go into Starbucks, but I need to say something real quick. In the Bible, God exists as three persons, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. And in the Bible, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And when John the Baptist baptized Jesus, the Holy Spirit came down in the form of a dove. And a dove, if you haven't guessed already, is a bird. So therefore, if the Word is synonymous with the Holy Spirit, then bird is the word.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He
He's
isn't.
not
He
wrong.
isn't wrong. We need to have Shelley weigh in. Shelley, Pastor
Shelley,
Shelley,
is it okay
weigh
that
in.
I showed that?
Are you okay, Shelley? Is Mom going to hell? Because it's her, not me. I'm definitely not going to hell.
Is that okay that I share that? Because I love that so much.
The official Chicks on the Right pastor. She has to weigh in. Bird is the word.
Bird is the word, you guys. It's the word. And there's proof. I don't know how you can, that's proof right there.
That was pretty good. I mean, it was a great argument. I feel like it was solid, but we'll see because she is the final word.
Shelley is either not here
Right.
or she's already praying for us.
She's probably,
she's like, what? Oh my God. She's like,
she is down on her knees right now. Please spare them. Yes.
Okay. Cutest puppies in the world.
Oh my gosh. Stretches. Oh. Do you see the puppies? Do you see the puppies right there?
Cannot
Cash is
deal.
looking. Cash is actually looking at the puppies. He sees them.
Oh my gosh. Look
Cash
at that.
can see them. Cash can see them. Do you see the puppies right there? Are those puppies? He sees them.
Oh my gosh. Look at him seeing them.
He's seeing them, you guys. Cash is seeing the puppies.
Okay. So they posted that, right? This is the Salt Lake Goldens account. They posted that and people literally could not deal. They were like, this is too cute. It hurts me. It's like painfully cute. It's the kind of cute I can't recover from. So they posted a follow-up. The sound, you guys, listen to this glorious sound.
Oh, are there puppies? Look at the puppies. You see the puppies?
Look at him.
You see Cash? He's looking at the puppies.
He's so engrossed.
I know. He sees them. You see the puppies?
He's like, I want to eat those. I would like to eat them. I mean, that sound, you guys, I cannot deal. It's too cute. It's too much. It's unbearable.
Did you see that? He's
trying to make the sound.
He was
just trying to make that same sound.
He didn't hear it, but he saw them making the sound. I know.
Oh my God.
You totally saw them, didn't you? I know.
I love that.
I know. He loves dogs on the screen.
Okay. Also, speaking of dogs, look at these two. They're just ridiculous.
How do you guys feel about a walk?
Look at their faces.
Walks?
Are those dogs?
How about going outside? Oh. How do you guys feel about a walk?
They're so cuddly.
Do you like walks?
Doggies?
How about going outside? Oh.
That's just totally watching.
So
he was so watching.
I have. Okay, this one I'm going to end with this one because this is just so hilarious. The reaction. It's a little bit of a longer one, but you're going to love this. This is perfect.
So yesterday I found this picture of this random person at Goodwill. So I bought it because it was like $2.
No.
And I added it to my mom's family picture collection. And
oh my God.
Now we wait to see how long it takes her to notice.
Oh my God.
25 days later.
Oh my gosh.
Creepy. It had to have come from somewhere.
Brianna, I have no clue. I don't even know who it is. I don't know who it is. Oh, this is gonna be good when Dad comes home. Who is this?
I don't know. I didn't put it there.
You don't know who this is. I did not put this out, and I don't know who it is.
I didn't put it out.
It's a joke.
Oh my
Maybe it was
God.
one of your old girlfriends or something. You didn't say, who the heck is this?
No, I don't care. I don't know who half them people are.
Oh, are you gonna have nightmares?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know who half those people are.
I don't know. They're our family. I don't know who they are. Oh my
God,
gosh.
that cracked me
I
up
wonder if
so
she ever
much.
told her. I wonder if she ever was like, it's
She
just
did.
Okay. It's just
Yeah,
some
she did.
goodwill.
But I don't know if you heard, because Cash was in mid bark when the first thing that the mother said is, "Who the F is this?" That was my favorite part.
Well, it's just, and you know what makes me sad is that somebody took that picture to Goodwill.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Why would
what's
you
just-
say that? Why did you have to bring that
Well,
up?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring everybody down, but that actually is what really made me that's what I took from that. I'm sorry. I have a different perspective on life than you do. That's what I took from that whole video is that somebody took the picture of their loved one and took it to Goodwill. Don't do that, you guys. That's sad.
Yeah, that is really sad.
Because
now
that's
that you say
somebody.
that.
That's somebody's like daughter or like sister or something. And it was taken to Goodwill. I mean, I'm glad it found a good home, but still.
I love that somebody bought it. Somebody
That's
paid
true.
$2 for that.
But still.
That's just, anyway.
Great.
I have so many more talks that we'll get to obviously tomorrow. but those
Tomorrow.
are your talks
Okay.
For today.
That was a great Monday, you guys. Good Monday show. You guys bring it in. You get come here and bring it in. Come here. Come here, bring it in. Come here. Come here, bring it in. Say hello to everybody. Come here.
Come on. We need flappies.
Mwah. Are you gonna flap? Oh, he's gonna sneeze. See, you guys see him? He's down there. He's being crazy, you guys. He didn't flap. He just went up. He did like a yoga pose.
Yeah.
He just did a yoga pose for you guys. So everybody have the most fantastic Monday, and we will talk to you tomorrow.